Good morning, everyone. In the news now, it is all about Brackenfell High School, and the circus has descended on what should be a place of education. And if you actually look at the news headline at this stage, there's a live feed from News 24 on what's happening there. This is literally about 4 kilometers from my home, so it's around the corner from where I live. And you know that the people that would actually go to an event like that do not surprise me. The news feeds and the Twitter feeds have actually made quite an indication of who is hanging out there and trying to get more attention. My last video I did on the Brackenfell High School situation was about the PAC also trying to get some attention. And now the Cape Party has jumped onto the ship. They've gone and parked a huge banner outside the school trying to advertise what they're doing. They've put up a shade with their Cape Party insignia all over it, and they are obviously trying to get some mileage out of this. And I see it absolutely as despicable that any political party for any political gain will actually cause disruption at a school. And anyone that does that, even although it's their right under the Constitution, I think they don't care about what's best for the kids or what's best for the community. They care only about their political interests, and it's absolutely disgusting. The one thing I'm happy to see is that one of my past customers at least got some business out of this, setting up a stage, generating some sound for the economic freedom fighters. So some people getting some business out of the entertainment industry because they've been out of work for absolute months now. So this is probably the only good thing that I see coming out of this. But just a situation at the school, what's happened is the police actually has a command and control center inside the school premises. They have put a barbed wire outside the school because the EFF has permission to do a formal protest with 100 people, which means that they can literally set up a stage, do speeches and all the rest. This is allowed under our constitution, and this is what they're busy doing. So a stage has been set up with sound, probably enough sound to speak to 1,000 people, but there will be 100 people there. And then there's lots of police presence at the school. So hopefully this will go down in a very peaceful way. But what has happened now is people have come from all over the neighborhoods and they've been asked to stay away. And here is someone, Tammy Peterson, who's a well-known journalist, who actually asked one of the parents, and I won't mention his name, a parent of one of the pupils, who says he's here in his personal capacity, says he won't leave despite police warning that they would have to disperse, as only the EFF has a permit. He says he's worried that property and homes will be damaged. Well, here the police is wrong, because anyone, if you are less than 15 people, you don't need a permit or to even give notice for anything with regards to protesting anyway. You are allowed to do this under the Constitution, so there the police is wrong. The fact that the EFF got a permit is because they're setting up a flippant stage in the road, blocking the road off. This is what's happening, and this is why a permit is required. So the police needs to go back to the drawing board, get training again. And I spoke to a police officer the other day. He's a sergeant. This was up in Paris, and he actually told me that he hasn't received any more training since he went to police college. And this is a huge problem. We actually asked him if they cover the Constitution, and he said yes they do, but they soon forget it afterwards. So retraining is required, and in my meetings that I'll be doing from now on, we'll be focused on the problems with the political system. I'll go into a lot of detail, and what we will do is show how the solutions that we offer will circumnavigate all of these problems. And it's not going to be easy. Many people will not make the grade, and that is exactly what South Africa needs right now. We need people that are competent, people from all backgrounds that are competent to actually do the work. And you cannot work if you're not competent in working. It causes accidents. In especially the technical and engineering industry, many accidents are caused because of people that are incompetent. And it's no different in politics. So our country is an absolute mess and shambles right now because of incompetent people being appointed from all parties and backgrounds in parliament, in local councils, in provincial parliaments. These people don't know what they are doing. They are career politicians. They are trying to earn a fat salary. And this is the result. You now have a situation at a school where pupils are supposed to be taught, where there can be a very tense situation. I can tell you from the pictures I've seen here, there's hundreds of parents gathered outside, a lot more than there are people from the EFF. The Cape Party and the parents have been told that they need to vacate the area from 10 o'clock. This is the time which is past now from when the EFF have permission to actually do this protest, and they're going to be making speeches, and I'll be giving you the background on that. So I will give you the link to the live feed. You can look at that in the description under the video. As you can see, I made myself a Double O Dash shirt. Hopefully we can get the subscribers on the channel to grow, for people to subscribe. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notifications as we start this march towards changing the country. And this is going to be a long walk to actually get this job done. Now, I'm not saying it's that we can't achieve it. It is achievable. We can change this country, and the plan is solid. It's a solid plan, but it needs people to execute it. And the people that believe in the plan, many of you have come on board, and I really welcome you to what we are doing on the ground, because that's what's important. And the last thing that we'll do is go and advertise people that aren't a part of that future. And there's many of them that cannot see how we can actually successfully bring this country, turn it around and turn it into a superpower, because that is what needs to happen. And without it being a superpower, world powers will keep on messing with us. So you literally have licorice all sorts at this gathering at Brackenfell High School. I feel sorry for the parents and the pupils that are there. For the circus to be set up outside. I mean, that is what it is. And people have a right to do this under our constitution, but they have absolutely no feeling for the people on the ground, that I can tell you now. The EFF is not going to go around breaking their houses or anything like that. This is not going to happen. People have a misunderstanding, big misunderstandings of what people will do and will not do on the ground. And don't understand how many of these protests work, where people just don shirts that they've gotten somewhere and then cause havoc. And how other people outside of political parties are involved in these actions. And you will see this unfold as we go along, as we go on this journey to get the job done, to get direct elections into place where we elect our leaders directly. And events like Brackenfell will happen more and more and more. And the fact that the Cape Party is present at this event shows that they believe that the only option is a political separation of people in South Africa that will weaken our country, completely weaken us. And once you do that, you give an opening for the United Nations to walk in, because you see behind the scenes, people aren't talking peaceful transition, they're talking fights. And I'm not interested in any of that. I don't want any other person to draw my family and my children into a war that they did not ask for. And anyone that's asking for that behind the scenes, you're my family's enemy. You cannot be seen as someone that actually cares for our interest. You do not. You only care about your own political ideals. Look around you. There's 60 million other people that do not agree with you. You're a handful. Just stop it already. We need a solution for this entire country. So I really look forward to bringing you the rest of the story. Please subscribe to this channel. Click the bell icon as I give you a new perspective, or a different perspective, to history as well as the future of the country. Till the next video.